when I dope, had to stack it and flip. I be counting new money, shit down in my hands. My name not Cobain, but I stay with them bands. RTR, bitch, I'm on the road. Every show, every ticket be sold. I'm getting litty on stage with the bros. Just like Ronaldo, I'm making my goals. Put that shit on my mama. Bank account full of them commas. I'm no longer stressing the drama. I black out on beats like Wakanda. I'm fucking the world with no condom. I bought like 24 that Mamba. Fucking your bitch on a boat. Shoving my dick in her throat. For the bread I do the most. We get money coast to coast. Then I disappear like ghosts. Gotta go hard for my kids and my wifey. I know they pussy ass nigga don't like me. I get to the check like a motherfucking Nike. The best to ever do it, nigga, I might be. Free the slime. Cash, I get it. Moolah, I get it. Guap, I get it. Money, I get it. Fatty, I get it. Cash, I get it. Moolah, I get it. Guap, I get it. Money, I get it. Fatty, I get it.
Don't wake me up. I put this phone on D and D, don't need to talk. Cause I'm too focused on the check and blowing up. Don't you think like always things, cause I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm just not chasing the guap. I'm so done carrying your baggage. Time to pull your flight up on my blacklist. Try to put me down because these habits. Well, go ahead and laugh it. Those are in the past tense. I'm dreaming of an Ashton. If you think I care about you, why the fuck you asking? I'm not good at fashion, but a Rolex I'm gonna have it. So catch me in the carpet with a t-shirt in my cast, bitch. Bitch, I'm tryna ball like the 95 Magic. Now you act like I do anything for y'all, but I just need you to listen. I put a mask on my face, you think I'm different, nah. Still the same me, can't ever change these intrusive thoughts, but they be better if you pay me. I keep my circle small so people won't betray me. And damn it, I was focused on you till raining. I'm 25, but shit, I dream like I was 15. Don't care for whack opinions, hatred what your bitch thinks. Took me to call when you never would dismiss me. So remember, if you hear my songs, I'm going on. I'm never done. Can't grab on my head, cause I'm ready gone. Yeah, I'm ready gone. So baby, I'm gone.
So don't feel it, always stay on my ground. Jumping on this roller coaster.
You made me sick. I don't know what to do without you. You give me thrill. I hesitate, just don't know about it. Contemplating a lady that hated you, pump up faking. Don't got time, I'm impatient. The next nigga, he gon' take it. I'm baking. Got this cake and make this paper. Every step they tryna trace it. Ducking them cause they be chasing. Hands on the blunt, I'm not gon' pace it. Help up, no, this my little baby. Get you on and stop your hating. Hit the self-evaluation. Hella crazy.
Sometimes I barely know ya. Real love, I try to show ya. This hurt and go let go ya. Go ahead, I'm not gonna hold ya. Don't think I did me wrong. I'm the one, a gorgeous soldier. Jumping on this roller coaster. Be honest, roller coaster. Sometimes I barely know ya. Real love, I try to show ya. This hurt and go let go ya. Go ahead, I'm not gonna hold ya. Don't think I did me wrong. I'm the one, a gorgeous soldier. Got me on this roller coaster. You say that I'm creeping, that's false information. I think you projecting, cause you take playing.
husky. Good morning, it's another day, my friend. But soon the sunshine turns to moonlight, life goes on. You take some time to say goodnight, you close your eyes to dream next thing tomorrow's here.
It's a brand new day, never hold on to hate, cause you was placed here to be great. Please take your place, all queens got a seat at my table, cause without y'all, then the man ain't able. Melanated queen, connected to the universe, and so I gotta thank my mom for my birth. If hate is the curse, then love is the remedy. So I send you love no matter creed or identity, until infinity look at you like you kin to me. Even when we disagree, yo, you still kin to me. In other words, I can't bring you no trouble, can't bring you no beef, don't wanna see you deceased. Now if I'm coming at you, I'm coming with a business plan, cause every day I'm on some, yo, let's get this money, man. Yeah, and that's my real plans. I rest my head at night, I wake up, I got another plan.
Good morning, it's another day, my friend. But soon the sunshine turns to moonlight, life goes on. You take some time to say goodnight, you close your eyes to dream next thing tomorrow's here.
It's a lot of high rappers tell me why we don't get money together, but we'll kill each other over whatever. Running down the freeway, we gonna own down. If Black Lives Matter, why we gonna own down? That's why they laugh and they think that we clowns. They hear what we say, but see how we get down. We gotta change that now, right now to be exact, cause hurting that man's moms is not where it's at now. Old school, new school, need to learn, yo. They put us in groups so they can make more dough. The young versus the old versus the young, black versus white, you see the pattern, right? No unity, keep them all on some gutter-ish. This way they don't prosper and get rich, yo. Can't you see it's a trick? Just open your third eye and you'll see the full view of it. Now yo, what if the powers that be know that the real power lies within the people? That's us. And what if they using things like crayon colors, black and white, to separate the people? Hey, yo, you gotta wake up. Don't let them fool y'all. Spread love.
Good morning, it's another day, my friend. But soon the sunshine turns to moonlight, life goes on. You take some time to say goodnight, you close your eyes to dream next thing tomorrow. Good morning, it's another day, my friend. But soon the sunshine turns to moonlight, life goes on. You take some time to say goodnight, you close your eyes to dream next thing tomorrow's here again. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
All right, y'all, we're up in here. Y'all know what to do. Drop a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Drop a 1 in the chat if you can see me. We're gonna go ahead and get up into it. Appreciate y'all being here. And I apologize for the delay, man. We're starting a little late today. Oh, hold on. A little bit too zoomed in. I might need to move some things around. Either way, welcome y'all. Welcome back to another YouTube live stream and another episode of the Music Morning Show, which is the music afternoon show at this point. But I appreciate y'all, man. Looking forward to hearing what y'all have to say in the chat, and it's going to be a good time. We've got a lot to get into today, and we're only going to be here for a little while, but y'all make sure you stay active in the chat. Let me know what you think, and since y'all are here, let me know how you feeling, man. How's everybody doing today? Let me know what's up with y'all. Yeah, I'm gonna make some adjustments right quick. There we go. How's everybody doing in here? Make sure yeah, there we go. That's a lot better. Javier LaFleur is up in here. He says out early today, only had 3 cases. Yeah, let's go, man. Shout out to Javier LaFleur. That's crazy that you're in here because I've actually have the complaint finally. I was finally able to get it yesterday, and I'm gonna possibly review it with y'all today from Crystal McKinney that we talked about on yesterday's live stream. She is the most recent claimant when it comes to the whole Diddy situation. She filed a lawsuit against him. I've got the complaint here, and we'll probably go over a few things in the complaint. I want to do a full review of it at some point, but as I mentioned in the chat, we're on limited time today, so we might not be able to get to the whole thing, but we'll definitely see if we can get to that. Shout out to Javier LaFleur, man. Hey, enjoy your short day today, man. I always love days like that. We've also got Divine Feminine in here. She says Grand Rising. Shout out to her. She actually won Song of the Night live last night, so if y'all missed it, make sure you go back and watch last night's episode. Also, Javier LaFleur took home a win last night too. He made it into the season 8 tournament, so congratulations to both of them. Looking forward to the tournament too. It's gonna be a good time. I don't have any announcements today well, I guess I have one announcement. Tomorrow we may or may not have a morning show. We're definitely going to have the Song of the Night live tomorrow night, but we might not have a music morning show tomorrow. I'll keep y'all posted on that, and if you aren't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure you do that because I drop announcements, updates over on the community side of the ClassE Beats YouTube channel. All right, so y'all definitely want to stay tapped in for that, and as y'all know, I'm pretty active on Instagram. I'll post it over there as well. Right, man, we got a lot of people in here. Shout out to everybody who's watching over on X. We got 22,000 people watching over on X, and then we've got all of y'all over here on YouTube. If y'all could make sure you like the video on your way in. Not only does it help the show continue to grow, but it lets the algorithm know that y'all are enjoying the show, and it shares it with more people. Now, if y'all are ready, we can go ahead and get into our topics for today. Let me see and make sure we're good with everybody in the chat. Yep, we got Divine Feminine. Oh, Jakey G's in here. Let me say what's up to the chat. Did I not do that? Jakey G's in here. We've got Real Science Beatmakers in the building. He said he's got a track out with Godbody. Okay. Snapper Slapper's in the building. He says holiday weekend starts in 3 hours, in T-minus 3 hours. Okay. Yeah, what are y'all doing? I guess Memorial Day is Monday, right? Is it Memorial Day or what holiday? Y'all know, man. I don't know when these holidays are. Is it Memorial Day on Monday? I don't know. I believe so. Mosh is up in here too. Shout out to one of my day ones. Mosh is in the building. West Attack is up in here. Good to see you, man. All right, I think I said what's up to everybody. Let us go ahead and get into it. All right, we've got so many crazy stories to cover today. This first one is going to be from Tiffany Red. Now, we talked about Tiffany Red in the last video and her role that she's played in this whole Diddy ClassE situation. Oh, I clicked on the wrong screen. Hold on a second. I don't want that one up there. There we go. Let me fix my chair too. All right, we're good. We're good. Let me make sure y'all can hear me okay too. It should be okay. Yep, we're good. So we recently talked about Tiffany Red in the last video I posted, and you guys got to get a little insight into what her role was in the entire Diddy ClassE situation. She's very close friends with ClassE. I believe she is still close friends with ClassE now. And of course, since this entire lawsuit has been filed, and most recently with the video leaking of Diddy in the hotel with ClassE came out, Tiffany Red has kind of been a lot more outspoken, and deservingly so. She's been able to say, I told y'all so. She has been speaking out about what's been going on with ClassE for months and close to even years. And it looks like she's got another story of something that happened in that same hotel around that same time that ClassE was attacked by Diddy in the lobby. All right, so we're going to listen to what she said here and maybe get some insight into what's going on with this story. I muted it, so let me refresh this. All right, here we go.
So the person that was hung off of ClassE's balcony in 2016 after the hotel incident is a woman.
Uh-oh.
It's a woman.
And then the caption, y'all might not be able to see it. It says, "This is the building Cassie's old condo was at in LA in 2016. She lived on the 17th floor. This is the 17th floor balcony." Wow.
So the person that was
So this was mentioned in a couple of different places and most recently in the complaint. So I'm sure this is not the only case that's or the only comments that's going to come out about this. And we may even see more lawsuits come out of this entire situation too. I don't know, man. Y'all gotta, I'm at a point now to where when it comes to the industry and just hearing how so many people know what's going on, so many people are involved with some of the weird and shady things that goes on in the industry side, I'm at a point now to where I'm good on the industry. I don't know about y'all, but it seems like there's stories upon stories upon stories of not just this situation, but people who are in the industry, people who have had interactions with certain people in the industry, what's going on at record labels, what's going on with different artists, what's going on with the people who are at the top making certain decisions. And I'll rather take my little, as much as I can maximize and do on my own. I'm here for it, because all this craziness going on just doesn't seem like it's worth it to me. I get there's a lot of benefits that come with being in this industry. And, for some people, they do get to do what they love and they get people behind them that are going to actually help them further their career. But in most cases, it seems like there's just a lot of wild stuff going on. So thankfully, I know Tiffany had some things she went through. Thankfully, she wasn't physically injured in any way, as far as we know. She hasn't mentioned anything, so I guess that's a plus. But man, to have to see some of these things going on must be insane. I don't know how they stayed. Man, I would have been up out of here. Now, speaking of videos coming out, there was a video, of course, that resurfaced of an interview that Diddy did with Ellen on her show. And he's talking about a situation that went on with Chris Brown and Rihanna. If y'all don't know what happened with Chris Brown and Rihanna, then you can go look it up. There's a lot of evidence behind that. But something interesting, again, kind of a foresight situation to where we're looking back and seeing maybe some of the things Diddy was showing in the public eye that we could have taken as odd or strange.
Hard for me, and I don't believe in judgment either, but I don't want any girl out there thinking it's okay to go back to a guy who hit her. I don't want any girl to think that.
Oh, man. We just got to stop it right there. Because y'all remember when we went through a couple of the paragraphs in Cassie's case, it said after that 2016 incident when Diddy was throwing her around and kicking her and she allegedly had a black eye, she left, and then she came back to the hotel, and security were the ones that had to turn her away. They said, "Nah, we don't want you to come back in here. We saw the footage. You just need to get out of here." So she was actually going to go back to him, which is crazy. I wish we could get, we may need to get some type of psychologist on here to explain more of why this happens, but it's wild that that's a normal thing.
Hard for me, and I don't believe in judgment either, but I don't want any girl out there thinking it's okay to go back to a guy who hit her. I don't want any girl to think that.
I don't think.
And I don't mean to put you in this, because it's not you.
No, but you are putting me in it. So I'm gonna speak on it. I don't think that it's right for anybody to hit anybody at the end of the day, and I don't think it's right. I think that we all have to be honest with ourselves as adults, and people that have been in relationships. We know sometimes those relationships get ugly, and sometimes it doesn't come out into the forefront the way this one has come out. And it's a lot of stones being thrown, and we don't know exactly what's going on. These are two young.
Ah, man, this is, wow. This is crazy. It's crazy to hear him say this, but we got to get, y'all aren't going to, some people aren't going to like it. We got to give Diddy credit. He has said that some of the things he did, he wasn't proud of, and he knew they weren't right. Even though he did it over and over and over. I mean, I guess that could be true, that he believes that what he was doing wasn't right. Maybe he didn't know how to stop. Maybe he didn't want to stop until he got caught.
I don't think that it's right for anybody to hit anybody at the end of the day, you know? And I don't think it's right. You know, I think that we all have to be honest with ourselves as adults and people that have been in relationships, you know. We know sometimes those relationships get ugly, you know, and sometimes it doesn't come out into the forefront the way this one has come out. And it's a lot of stones being thrown, and we don't know exactly what's going on. These are two young individuals. We need to pray for them, and we need to give certain support, but you don't need to start just saying that you know something that you don't know. You wasn't in that car. I wasn't in that car, and it isn't right for him to put his hands on her or her to put his hands on him.
Yeah, and he says that more than once. So he says, hey, you shouldn't be putting your hands on people. I did it, and I do it. And I'm not saying it's right, but you shouldn't be doing that. And we're going to hear a little bit later when we get to the Joe Budden, segment of the show, that Joe Budden actually backs up what Diddy is saying here. So even though his actions were clearly showing that he was okay with doing some of the things that he believed were wrong, he knew that they were wrong at the end of the day.
And we don't know what the problem is, but we need to pray for them, and we need to do things to support them. And that's all I want to say about it.
I agree with you. I want to support them.
And he actually makes a good point. I know a lot of, when that whole Chris Brown situation was going down, a lot of people had the same reaction. They wanted to cancel Chris Brown. We can arguably say that it affected Chris Brown's career significantly, even though some of the allegations that were put up or put out there about why he did what he did when it comes to Rihanna. Some people might argue, okay, I get why he did what he did, but at the same point, Diddy was right in this situation. Just keep your hands to yourself, man. It's always simpler. I won't say easy. It's always simpler just to remove yourself from the situation instead of trying to fight somebody. And in most cases, you don't have anything to gain out of that.
Here's how I'm going to help you now. We take a break and do it afterwards?
Can we dance?
Yes.
I would like to dance.
Dance. Do it. Break it.
Diddy said, yeah, that's enough of that. All right, well, there's another amazing Diddy moment. I'm sure we're going to see a lot of these, especially as these cases, I should say, continue to be brought up, continue to settle. And man, Diddy, he's got a lot he's got to answer for. So up next, finally, we hear something from ClassE. Now, this statement to me was very, very interesting. I haven't read the whole thing, but I caught a couple of points in here that we're going to address in a second. But ClassE finally speaks out. Obviously, you all know she settled for whatever amount she settled for. I think they're saying it's 30 million. And in this settlement, there was some things that allow her to say certain people's names, to speak on certain things. If not, she's at risk of having litigation brought up against her. And that's why we mentioned in the last video that Diddy couldn't say ClassE's name in the apology because he is legally not allowed to say ClassE's name, bring up ClassE's name publicly. And it seems like it's the same thing with ClassE here. But shout out to XXL Magazine. They kind of give us a breakdown of what ClassE said, and they actually posted her statement, which I want to read here. And I want to get y'all's reactions in the comments. Let me know what you think about this statement and what ClassE is really trying to say here. So XXL Magazine says ClassE breaks her silence about the Diddy assault video. This healing journey is never ending. So here's what ClassE says. She says, "Thank you all for the love and support from my family." I'm sorry. I thought that was a period. I can't see y'all. That period, that comma was so small. Thank you all. Thank you for all the love and support from my family, friends, strangers, and those I have yet to meet. The outpouring of love has created a place for my younger self to settle and feel safe now. But this is only the beginning. Domestic violence is the issue. It broke me down to someone I never thought I would become. With a lot of hard work, I'm better today, but I will always be recovering from my past. Thank you to everyone that has taken the time to take this matter seriously. My only ask is that everyone open your heart to believing victims the first time. It takes a lot of heart to tell the truth out of a situation and that you were powerless in. I offer my hand to those that are still living in fear. Reach out to your people, cut them off. No one should carry this weight alone. This healing journey is never ending, but this support means everything to me. Thank you. Love always, Cassie. All right. So a couple of things I thought in this were interesting. First of all, I think she does a great job of thanking everybody here and kind of giving y'all an idea of how this is going to affect her, especially as she's struggling to recover. When she says the outpouring of love has created a place for my younger self to settle and feel safe now. Yeah, I can't, after some of the things she's been involved in, I can imagine that's going to be a lot to go through. But this is only the beginning. She said domestic violence is the issue. I agree. I agree, but y'all aren't gonna like this. My problem with this statement is, again, and I hate to keep bringing this up. No, I don't hate to keep bringing it up. It's just the truth. So I don't hate bringing up the truth. The truth is, if domestic violence was the issue, why were they going to settle this quietly? This is the thing that bothers me about everything that's going on. I don't know if it was the same thing with Crystal. I hate that you made an attempt to settle this quietly. Because again, if Diddy had wrote the check, he said, all right, let's just make it go away. There could have been more victims. Cassie would have allegedly got more money and we wouldn't have heard or even seen some of these things that are being released now. So in this case specifically, I disagree with Cassie saying this because domestic violence wasn't the issue. Because if Diddy had signed it, then we wouldn't even be talking about this, which is sad to me. It said it broke me down to someone I never thought I would become. With a lot of hard work, I'm better today, but I will always be recovering from my past. It's definitely true. Thank you to everyone that has taken the time to take this matter so seriously. My only ask is that everyone open their heart to believing victims the first time. Man. Yeah, this is no good. My only ask is that everyone open your heart to believing victims the first time. So I guess the problem with this statement is if someone is an actual victim, yes, and it all depends on how you define victim. This is a pretty dangerous statement because, yes, again, we're looking at Cassie's situation specifically. In her case, she was a victim. She had a lot of things that were done to her that happened to her, and people should have believed her. But on the other side, there are a lot of victims that we've seen in the past in very public cases that were actually not telling the truth. They weren't telling the truth. People's lives got ruined because the court of public opinion, because a judge, because of a jury believed them the first time. And the alleged assaulters, I guess, in those cases, didn't actually get a chance to be believed themselves. So we have to ask the question, are you innocent until proven guilty? I don't know, man. I don't know. Because if Cassie's saying my only ask is that everyone open your heart to believing victims the first time, that's a dangerous statement to make. Because if someone comes out and says, I'm a victim, and we believe them the first time, then that means the person that they're accusing of harming them or doing whatever they have to them, they don't have the benefit of the doubt. Right? So what path is that going to take us down? Especially, as I mentioned to a lot of the guys out there, there are certain situations that you can be in to where your life can be completely changed. We've seen it with, who is it? Travis Rudolph. We've got Johnny Depp, Jonathan Majors. And even after everything came out showing that Jonathan Majors was innocent, his entire career was basically ruined I mean, and those are just celebrities. We've seen other cases where football players have been at parties and someone has said they did such and such to them. It came out later that wasn't true. So you have to be very careful with this statement, because if we believe all victims, then that's going to completely change how we look at things. And that could affect you. That could affect someone you know. That could affect a lot of people. So her saying that at this time, it's a little bit frustrating to me, because I could see how this could be taken the wrong way. Although the laws, they kind of reflect this statement in a lot of cases, that we just eventually believe the victim in the first time. Anyway, it takes a lot of heart to tell the truth out of a situation that you were powerless in. I'm not going to debate the fact that she was powerless. We could go into that too, but hey, it's it's tough for her to say that she was powerless. Again, let me say this first of all, what Diddy did was wrong. And I think he should get everything that he gets from all the stuff that he did to Cassie. But for her to feel powerless, it makes me wonder, as we mentioned yesterday, with her brother being really close to her, with her brother being with her on tour, with her parents being taken care of by Diddy. This is documented that her parents were getting help and support from Diddy. What role did they have in her feeling powerless? Especially, you have this man that has all this power that is basically controlling so many factors of your life. And then you have the people around you who aren't saying anything. We don't know what her family said in that case. That's a difficult situation to be in, especially if you have so many people surrounding you that are relying on this relationship, your career. I mean, I get it. I just wonder, was it just Diddy, or were there other people around her who were pressuring her into just sucking it up? I don't know. I offer my hand to those who are still living in fear. Reach out to your people. Don't cut them off. No one should carry this weight alone. Yeah. The healing journey is never ending, but this support means everything to me. Thank you. Love always, Cassie. All right. So, whoo, that's a big statement from Cassie. A lot there for sure. Obviously, she was a victim of everything that was done to her. And I think she deserves everything she got in the settlement and some, honestly. Looking at the situation, it was probably, I mean, I don't know if she even won. Obviously, 30 million, that's going to set her for life, but you can't change all the other things she had to go through as well. Let me see what y'all are saying in the chat, and we're going to move on to the next subject here shortly. Let me see. Amy's up in here. Shout out to Amy. Good to see you in here. Javier LaFleur said he played it off with the "Can we dance?" Disney said this ninja. Yeah. Divine Feminine says a mistake repeated more than once is a decision. Yeah, I agree. And I don't think, I have to go back and look at the apology, but I don't remember Diddy saying that what he did was a mistake. He said he was sorry for it and what he did was wrong. So I agree. He knew what he was doing. He knew it was wrong. But he's now that all the evidence is coming out, he's on it. But before then, obviously, he denied and was denying. So Javier LaFleur said, I'm going to use that "Can we dance" to get out of hard moments. Genius. Shout out to Javier LaFleur. That's dope. Divine Feminist said, so domestic violence wasn't an issue then? Ooh, Divine Feminine. I think I get what you're saying, but you'll have to elaborate a little bit. Are you saying that domestic violence wasn't the issue when she was going through it? Yeah, if you could elaborate for me, I would love to take that comment a little bit further. Shout out to MJ is up in here. I'm going to mess up your name, brother, but salute to you. Appreciate you being here. He says, big bro. What's up, man? Mishba Jamal. I know I'm saying that wrong. Amy says, I can see where she felt that way. She probably realized how untouchable he was and he runs with the elites, and all the money she probably was scared to say anything. And I mean, if we're going to be honest again, which we're going to be honest on this channel, I mean, some people might not like it or not, she was benefiting from the relationship. Even though there was a bunch of other stuff that she had to go through, she benefited from the relationship while she was there. And now she's somewhat benefiting after. Now, did that come at a cost of her getting beat? Obviously. Did it come at a cost for her having to go to freak offs? Yes. But her family was getting taken care of. She was able to continue to pursue her music career. She had the prestige of being next to, like you said, one of the elites. So, I mean, yeah, that's a lot to give up. And I know we're not going to compare this to some other domestic violence cases where it might just be somebody who's with someone because of emotions. But yeah, that's a hard situation to be in. So again, would y'all get beat up for 30 million for 10 years? How long were they together? 10 years? I don't know. Amy Lee said, the sad part is back when it came to Diddy, back when it came out, Diddy denied it and said he was going to clear his name, and he didn't touch her. Yeah, he lied. That messes up the whole thing. No one really believed her at first and just stereotyped her as a gold digger. Yeah, he's trying to protect his image. Another woman, well, I mean, and in their defense, like I just mentioned, Cassie did. I'm going to ask this. This is an interesting question. I'm going to ask this over on the ClassE Beats YouTube channel. It's probably going to blow up the channel and people are they're going to be upset about this question. But this is my question to y'all. Who benefited the most from Diddy and Cassie's relationship? Now, again, I'm not trying to justify anything that was done. Seems like I have to keep saying this. What Diddy did was wrong. Let's just get that out of the way. But who benefited the most from their relationship? Was it Diddy? Was it Cassie? Y'all tell me. Divine Feminine says no, because she is saying domestic violence is the issue. Now that it came to light, Divine. Okay, so I'm right there with you, Divine Feminine. She says, but when she settled, domestic violence wasn't the issue. That is a whole lifestyle she had to give up for not only herself, for her brother who was obviously close to her and working with her, for her parents who were involved, for being next to and being in the circles and with someone who could help her further her career. So yeah, you're 1000% right. And I agree. Domestic violence wasn't the issue. The issue was clearly a number, because Diddy writes a check for however much they were asking, 100 million, and this goes away. He's like, okay, I got my 100 million. All the other domestic violence victims, hey, hope you guys get paid. That's one of the biggest things about this case that still doesn't sit right with me. So two things can be true. Yeah, it was wrong what was done to her and she was a victim. But also on the other side, you can't say that domestic violence is the issue when you're willing to take a check and zip it. Yeah, and I mentioned that when we first started talking about it too. Divine Feminine says, if domestic violence was the issue, don't settle then. Fight for the victims. Yeah, that I wish she would have just left the sympathy card out of it, just because it doesn't, maybe it benefits her more down the road, because if she decides to write a book, obviously she won't be able to mention certain things, or if she decides to revamp or revive her career in some way, then she's going to be seen in that light. So it's probably a good PR move. But yeah, taking that whole lane, I think, was not sitting well with a lot of people who were in really difficult situations and not getting kicked around by a billionaire, which I know that sounds terrible to say, but it is what it is. She definitely was benefiting, so I'm sure she was torn about it a lot. Oh yeah, that, I mean, if he was broke, we might be having a different conversation, but there are women out there who are with broke dudes. There are guys out there who are with, broke girls who are dealing with this and things that are way worse. So there's a psychological factor to it that I think we won't be able to understand, but there's so many layers to it. Divine Feminine said ClassE, of course, benefited the most. She got 30 million plus whatever she got while in the relationship. Nobody's talking about that, no. Which I get. Everything's fresh. They want to talk about how terrible the video was, but they leave out the fact that after that whole video situation went down, she left and then she came back to the hotel because she didn't want him to be upset. Crazy. We even talked about it in the DJ Academics conversation, right? It sounds like, and it seems like, again, we haven't gotten all of the evidence when it comes to DJ Academics case, but it sounded like Zaya knew she was about to get cut off. Academics was upset, and then she started to move in a different direction. Like, oh, gosh, I'm about to get cut off from the situation. I got to save myself. This is what it's looking like. And I mean, we won't know until this whole thing is settled, however it ends up. But man, it's crazy. Amy says, you have to understand that victims are groomed and a lot of abuse victims stay in toxic relationships. Yeah, it's tough. And Divine Feminine saying, yep, exactly what I was mentioning is her point. Amy also says, yes, she and her family was benefiting, but at the same time, I'm sure he used and held things over her head. Oh yeah, absolutely. And I mean, y'all know when someone's being manipulative, that's what they do. And that's one of the ways you can feel powerless. It's not a situation I would want to be in, and I pray that y'all never have to be in that type of situation either. All right. So thank you to everybody who commented in the chat. I appreciate y'all keeping it interactive too. I want to get some more of y'all up here. Also, if y'all want to call in, I need to pull up this link. If y'all want to call in, the link to call in is in the description and in the pinned comment in the chat. We've got a few more things we're going to go through here, and then I'll get y'all up out of here. Let me double check and make sure we're good. Yeah, here we go. All right, so we got to get into this conversation about Joe Budden. Now, y'all know what I think about Joe Budden. I think Joe Budden's emotional. I think I'm not a fan of Joe Budden. Never listened to the podcast other than snippets I've heard and used on this show. Not really a fan of his music other than, the ones that everybody knows. But yesterday we addressed in the video, Joe Budden came out and responded to what Diddy was saying, what Diddy did, and how he handled his apology. Now, some other things have happened and have come out about Joe Budden since he spoke on this Diddy situation, which we're going to get into in a second. But in case y'all missed it, let me replay this section of the video for you where Joe Budden talks about Diddy's apology. And it sounds like he's taking it really personally, which I think is an interesting fact as well.
Before I started that motherfucking State of the Culture job, me and Puff had like a heart-to-heart where he looked me in my eyes and said, yo, I heard a lot of stories about you. And I hear that you are a lunatic. And here, we appreciate the creative part of being a lunatic.
Now, I mentioned this yesterday. When to get to a certain level and to be able to perform a certain way, you have to have you just have to be wired differently. Some people look at it being crazy. Some people look at it as being obsessive, bipolar, whatever you want to say. But if you look at the Kobe's of the world, the Michael Jordans, even the LeBron James, of course, I'm using basketball analogies. You look at the Michael Phelps, you look at any of the top performers in their field, they have some type of obsessive, crazy tendencies. So I definitely get this statement. And I think Joe mentions here in a second that he can appreciate that, especially as an artist too. A lot of y'all know artists are like that.
Lunatic. And here we appreciate the creative part of being a lunatic. So
I think that's
if you
well
wanna
said.
Create in that fashion, you can. All I'm telling you is don't throw anything and don't hit anybody.
Ooh.
And you'll be fine. And boy, I felt so at home hearing that. But also in hearing that, it led me to believe that he understood the importance of not hitting people.
Okay, again, Diddy knows, and he mentioned this. He said this. Diddy knew what he was doing was wrong. So I think we can move past that. Guys, let's face it. If you're driving down the road and it's 45 and you start to go 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, you know what you're doing is wrong, right? And you're going to tell your kids, hey, guys, speeding is wrong. You don't need to speed. Just drive the speed limit. It's fine, right? You know it's wrong, but you're weighing the risk of, okay, maybe if I just get a little close to that 8 mile per hour, 9 mile per hour, I won't go 10 miles over. But if I get to this point, then I might possibly, the consequences are going to be this. Same thing goes for these people in this situation. I mean, you can still know what's wrong and know what's right and still make a decision to do the wrong thing, especially those of y'all who have kids. You know how it goes. We deal with them on a daily basis.
Because that's important as you run in a business and build a business. We're starting with the news that CNN broke last week, where they obtained hotel footage of Puff violently, graphically stalking and attacking Cassie.
He wasn't stalking her. That's okay. Come on.
That other angle come out, maybe
Chill.
Kidnapping as well.
Oh my
But when it
God.
turned the corner, we don't get to. We don't.
It's kidnapping and she came back to the hotel. What? See, this is Joe. Oh man. All right. I'm going to try and make it through, y'all. I apologize.
That other angle come out, maybe kidnapping as well. But when it turned the corner, we don't get to. We don't get to see.
Kidnapping
But you
is
ran
crazy.
a long way down that hallway, and if you dragged her even 4 more feet, we now include kidnapping. That shit was disgusting. What we all had to witness. That shit was almost unbearable to watch.
It
I'm
was rough.
certain that was triggering for a lot of people.
Absolutely.
A lot of people that saw it. And that was Friday.
Yes.
I assumed that he would go and just hide somewhere. But why would you do that when you are
Ego.
just a glutton for attention?
Yeah, it's
So
ego.
he pops right back out. Talk about tone deaf. Talk about inability to read a room. Where are the fucking publicists? Where's anybody in this moment? But he pops back out with this half-hearted bullshit apology that was like, it's almost offensive. It was like a slap in the face, that apology.
I didn't even watch.
Man, I disagree. I think the apology was well said. Now, is it believable? No. It's not believable. But I think it was well said. It was well put. He got to the point. He said, I messed up. I'm trying to do better. What else is he going to do? If he hides and runs, you say, oh, Diddy's hiding and running. I mean, y'all just want him to, I get it. People want him to pay and they want to see him suffering. If he came on the camera and he was crying and said, oh, Cassie, I wish I could take it back. I think unless he drains his bank account and starts living on the street, people aren't going to be happy with that. And even then, they want to make sure that they're able to walk by and spit in his face for what he did. So I don't have a problem with the apology,
Fucking
honestly.
publicists. Where's anybody in this moment? But he pops back out with this half-hearted bullshit apology that was like, it's almost offensive. It was like a slap in the face, that apology.
I didn't even watch it. I don't need to hear from him.
I mean, I watched it because
Yes,
it was
you do.
quick. It wasn't even, he didn't even try to put some sincerity into this.
Because let's be real, man. Someone, I don't know who it was, who said on the podcast, I don't want to hear from him. Yes, y'all did. If he didn't say anything, would have been like, oh, Diddy. He's not saying anything. Where's Diddy at? He's running. He's hiding. He can't win. Not that he should win, but come on, man.
Friday, everybody here was in a good mood, good vibes. And it was our Friday weekend episode. We normally try to keep things, I prefer to try to keep things light for the weekend episodes. And
I did the same
that
thing.
CNN Puff story broke as we were recording.
Literally.
Mm-hmm.
And while we did touch on it, when I listened back, I didn't feel like enough time was devoted to just how much of a fucking lunatic that nigga looked like and what that means industry-wide for all parties involved out here.
Come on,
he looks
Joe.
like a fucking nut. He looks like a complete
monster.
Just a complete evil piece of shit. What I saw on that video, as horrific as it was, lends a lot of credence to anything horrific I've ever heard.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And that's the uncomfortable spot. Well, it's all uncomfortable. Let me be clear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but
because
maybe he was unaware of
right
some of
next
the
to him.
things that were out there about him. That real niggas is just running around saying, nah, shit sounds so crazy. When you hear about people blowing up cars, it sounds like some movie shit.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
I need footage. I need something. When you start hearing about some of the other things we've heard about, I think that video allows for everything to be back on the table.
Mm-hmm.
To run down that whole...
Yeah, and I agree with Joe on that. I mean, most of this statement was well said, but I think he's being a little dramatic, which is fine. I mean, it's a podcast. You got to be that way. But after he made this statement, he got a little bit of pushback from his ex-girlfriend. And she was not happy about his statements on this. And it honestly seems like she was waiting for him to talk about this because she was ready to go. Shout out to the Shade Room on this. They posted clips of what she said. It says, Tahiri steps into the Shade Room and calls out Joe Budden after he speaks on Diddy's apology video. And what does she say? Let's zoom in a little bit so y'all can see this. Of course, Twitter's not going to let me zoom in. Let me see. Okay, here we go. So this is what she said on Joe addressing the apology video. She says, F out of here. Who? The irony. This is so triggering. She's talking about Joe's response to the video. I remember Joey throwing me down a flight of stairs, dragging me back into the house and having me talk him into letting me go. What? Oh, this is wild. She said for hours. This whole ish took me out. So hard to watch. So sorry for Cassie and every other woman who's currently going through it or has ever gone through it. It's tough. Okay, again, Joe Budden, I mean, I don't know. Y'all think he's that guy? I guess he was next to people who were that guy. Tahiri, we're going to keep asking the same question. If domestic violence is the conversation, like Cassie says, did you say something? What happened? Was there a complaint filed? Were there any charges done? I don't know about y'all. I'm just confused on what purpose this serves other than to either just rub dirt on someone's name, or are you just now finding the strength to speak out? I don't get it. If this happened, is there a police report somewhere? Because if so, then we're going to be caught in the same cycle. And people continuing to let it happen to other people until they get money and then y'all decide to speak out, right? All right, come on. So again, I'm not with Cassie. I'm not going to believe an alleged victim I think you're innocent until proven guilty. And until we see some evidence or there's an actual investigation done, I'm calling BS on this statement. All right. So then after she made that statement, of course, Joe Budden, being the entertainer and podcaster that he is, got to protect the brand, got to say something. He speaks out. All right. Y'all look at what Joe Budden said. And shout out to Sound for posting this. Joe Budden responds to his ex-girlfriend Tahiri accusing him of abuse today after he called out Diddy attacking Cassie on his podcast. Tahiri, you are lying. Oh my God. You are a lying, failed gold digger that has abused, targeted, and manipulated many men. Yep. Outside of me, you lack an identity. God dang. Which is why you've tried desperately to attach yourself to me for over 15 years. Dang. The last time I saw you, I purchased a mattress from you and you were happy. You made the sale. You were fine then. There was the night after Starlet 6 years ago when you invited me inside your new place. You were fine then too. Oh my gosh. You were on my body your entire last stint on Love and Hip Hop and tried your best to disrespect my son's mother in the process. I had to ask producers to keep you away from us like the cancer you are. Good Lord. Yet you continue to slight my name online because it's your identity. I don't speak to you or about you because it's low vibrational. You're a low level con woman that's been lying about you already know for ages. I pray you heal and move on one day. Hopefully this is our last exchange. Prayers to all real victims. All right. Hey, well said by Joe. Again, at this point, it's a he said, she said. This whole thing doesn't make sense because, like I mentioned, when Cassie made her statement, let's go back to it and see what Cassie said. My only ask is that everyone open your heart to believing victims the first time. So are we to believe Tahiri in this case? Are we to automatically say, all right, Joe, we need you to come in for questioning? This is a whole mess. So it looks like, again, she's trying to clout chase. Joe mentioned it. She's a failed gold digger. Yeah. That's wild, man. That's crazy. But it makes sense. They're both in the entertainment industry. They're both trying to get their names out there, trying to use this, everything that's going on to bring more people and more eyes to the situation. We're doing the same thing here by live streaming about it. So I get it. But putting these accusations against somebody, especially a guy in this type of environment, I think is just reckless and messed up, honestly. Now, if something comes out that there was a police report and certain things were done around the time that she said, okay, fine, then I'll change my mind. But right now, you're innocent until proven guilty in my eyes. So hey, shout out to Joe for saying something. Okay, and then they just posted her comments again. So not only did Joe defend himself, but also Joe's current girlfriend defended him as well. All right, shout out to Sade Monique. It says Joe Budden's girlfriend, Sade Monique, speaks out after he is accused of abuse by Tahiri. And what does she say? She says, I'll never understand how y'all are mad at me for responding to people tagging me in lying comments saying that I am one of the women who said I've been abused. Yep, she's saying she never said that. I simply said that in the 5 years that I have been with Joe, she calls him Joseph, he has never. All right. That's a good sign. I'm not speaking on anyone else's experience that they may or may not have had. I can say that in the 5 years, never has he ever displayed any of those behaviors. When I say that he's never yelled at me, please recall the monotone voice that y'all see him speak in when it comes to women he has dated while sitting cross applesauce. She's taking shots. Don't do that to him, man. Uh-oh, hold on, y'all. There we go. All right, we got it back. Yeah, I think it's funny that he sits like that. Anyway, it is what it is. The pod and his antics there is not real life relationship behavior. Now, first of all, shout out to Sade for making this statement and standing up for him. I think that was dope. And people bringing her into it again is just weird. When Joe's already spoken about it, she doesn't have anything to do with the situation between him and his ex-girlfriend. Just leave her out of it. But that's the price you pay for being in the public light. There are some interesting things she says here, though. And it's funny because it's almost like she leaves space for herself in case some of these accusations are true. Because look at what she says here. I simply said that in the 5 years that I have been with Joseph, he has never. I'm not speaking on anyone else's experience that they may or may not have had. What? So she said, hey, I don't know. Joe might have roughed y'all up and pushed you down the stairs, but when it comes to me, we're all good. I mean, I get what she's trying to do here, but this kind of made it worse. I can say that in the 5 years, never has he ever displayed any of those behaviors. She keeps saying 5 years. Hey, 5 years, he's good. He's good, y'all. He's clean. You know, Joseph is a stand-up kind of guy. Oh man. And also the last thing I wanted to point out, which I thought again was interesting. She said the pod and his antics there is not his real life relationship behavior. So yeah, one of the reasons I just find it difficult to watch and listen to Joe on the podcast is just because of some of the antics she mentioned. And he seems to just snap at certain points about the weirdest things, but it could all be a show. He's a performer. He's an entertainer. So we're going to give him that. But I definitely thought this was funny and interesting how she tried to help, but kind of left things open just in case that police report comes out. And then she has to say, oh, okay, well, the Joe that I know, he was never like that. But shout out to Sade for trying. I also want to play y'all one more thing I thought was interesting. Let me see if I can find the video. Oh, man. There was another video of Joe on the interview. Here we go. This is Joe on the interview with the Breakfast Club. Someone pointed it out. I don't think it matters to this specific situation, but it is interesting to hear what he's saying about some of the things that happened in the past with him and Tahiri. So this is an old interview he did while he was on the Breakfast Club. Y'all check this out. Let me know what you think.
That's the greatest story ever told.
Tell us.
You can tell that story. I probably tell it better.
No, I would rather hear you tell it.
So what happened? You was hiding under Tahiri's bed.
You was hiding under Tahiri's bed.
No, real quick, because I know I've been here for a while. Slaughterhouse May 15th,
okay.
By the way. I'm going to say this and I'm going to exit, only because I think it's a really funny story. I'm not embarrassed or ashamed about it. But I was out of town. This was months ago, like a lot of months ago. I was out of town, and I was texting Tahiri, and she wasn't responding. And I hit her and I said, you know what, fam? And I think men can relate to this. I hit her and I said, you know what? You lucky I'm on tour. Because if I was home, I'd pop up right in your house. I swear to God, just as soon as you walk in, I'd be there. And she hit me back, F you, suck rat.
This sounds like a typical Joe Budden response. That dude is too emotional for me, man. Ladies, y'all got to let me know how y'all feel about this. It's just... I guess he could have been immature. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. But, you know, if somebody doesn't text me back, I'm just, okay, they're busy. It is what it is. Come on, man. That's crazy talk.
I said, you know what, fam? And I think men can relate to this. I hit her and I said,
no.
You know what? You lucky I'm on tour. Because if I was home, I'd pop up right in your house. I swear to God, just as soon as you walk in, I'd be there.
But you got to check on your girl for. That's crazy.
Suck, you know, all of that. So I got off tour and I was bored. And I went on, I checked Twitter, and she was out and away. Just girls make it so, I'm over here doing this. All right, great. So I went to the crib. And I walked in and I put my little key in the door. And
you still got a key?
I had a key.
Oh, okay.
I lays it down. You know what I mean? But anyways, I walked in. I checked for any
weird
sense of men.
Yeah, any condoms and trash.
Yeah. I checked for all of that because you might walk in with a man and that.
Joe, come on, man. Y'all, and I see. Hold on. Let me take a break real quick. I got to shout out to my guy Freezy in the building. Shout out to No Captivity with Freezy. Dropped a 20 ball over on the super chat. I appreciate you, man. What does Freezy say? Freezy says, always watching, bro. Keep up the great work. 100 no cap. Y'all go check out my guy No Captivity with Freezy. Great content creator. I mean, he's continuing to evolve, continuing to create great content and have some amazing conversations as well. Y'all definitely go check him out. I've been watching as well, Freezy, and you're absolutely killing it, man. Congratulations to you on the continued success. And I appreciate you stopping by, man, as always. It means a lot. It means a lot, man. Shout out to Freezy. If I think we have some mods in here. If one of the moderators could drop a link to Freezy's channel in the chat, or Freezy, you're a mod, please drop a link to your channel in the chat, because I know a lot of people watching this show would be interested in some of the content and conversations you're putting out over there too. All right. Anyway, of course I lost my train of thought, but this is just wild behavior. I know what I was going to say and why I wanted to bring up Freezy. Freezy says this. Anton Daniel says this. A lot of the guys that I know personally and am around, either you're single or you're married. All right. So if you got to go check up on your girl, you got to go to her house and see if she's actually doing something. If you're going through and checking her phone, man, you got bigger problems, in my opinion. So are you single? Are you married? If you're married, have the conversation. And if you're married, I don't think you're having those type of conversations. So to me, man, Joe, I get it. He was probably young at the time, probably immature. Not that he's mature now. This is crazy behavior. This is my opinion. Maybe it's normal. I don't know.
Any sense of men.
Yeah, any condoms and trash.
I checked for all of that because you might walk in with a man and
she's not yours, Joe.
Absolutely.
But there was none of that. So I sat down in front of her desktop and there was a private video that she was working on. I guess it's an acting movie or whatever. So I text her about the clip, thinking that she would put two and two together and say, "Oh snap, this dude's in my crib."
Yeah.
That's weird,
that
man.
Didn't happen. So she didn't get that. She didn't even respond. So to sum it up, I thought I heard her voice coming. So I did what any logical man would do, and I went behind the door.
Right.
So when she opened the door, it's like, "Ha!
Right.
I'm here."
In Jersey.
Oh, man.
So
Okay.
I'm standing behind the door for however long.
Now, this was in Jersey or the Bronx?
I'm not gonna give out anybody's address or nothing like that. But I was standing behind
This
the
is
door
crazy.
and she never came. And I was standing there for about 10 minutes. So I said, you know what? I done smoked mad cigs in her crib. I said, you know what? I'm gonna just go hide under the bed. Right. So when she comes, I'm gonna know what's
This
really
is crazy. This is crazy. Joe is crazy. But hey, as he said at the beginning of the podcast episode, he said he appreciated that Diddy supported crazy, erratic behavior. It's just don't put your hands on anybody, right? Oh. What? Part 2. Here we go.
Real quick, I don't want to make it too long. I ran under the bed, and I'm under the bed, and I got my phone. I'm on my Twitter. I'm reading.
This guy is nuts, yo.
Just chilling under the bed.
Yeah, Charlemagne's right.
I fell asleep under the bed. I fell asleep.
Right.
So Tahiri comes in with 3 other girls.
Oh, man.
She smells cigarettes. My Twitter's on her desktop. She's like, oh, snap. Anyway, they search the whole house. They don't see nothing. All 4 of them walk in the bedroom. I'm getting good Z's under the bed. One of the girls wants to be a genius and kneel down. The girl starts screaming to the top of her lungs, so inconsiderate.
This story is crazy.
Woke me up.
He probably started snoring.
Where you was at?
So you start screaming.
I woke up and didn't remember what happened.
Right.
So I see this girl screaming. I started screaming. What's happening here? And then I came from under the bed, wiped myself off. Teary cursed me out.
Change the locks.
Yeah, it's a wonder that they're not still together. Come on, Joe, man. Hey, and I get it. If I was able at this point in my life and a career, wherever Joe was here in my younger days, to tell some stories, y'all would probably think I was a little crazy too, but I don't have a story like this. And to go into someone's house and hide under the bed is just wild behavior to me. I don't know, man.
He said, "Wiped yourself off."
Yeah, Joe started screaming.
Dust, hardwood floor under the bed. It's normally dusty.
Joe started
under
screaming
there.
like they was the strangers, like they was trespassing. Like, what are y'all doing there?
Yeah, it was wild. It was wild, but
That's
she
crazy.
responds to my text now, though.
I bet she does.
Yeah, sometimes you need to let women know it can happen.
You gotta put fear in a woman. Like I would pop up anywhere. I'm with you.
No, she got to.
Hey, y'all got it.
Hey, yo.
That is quite the statement. I get what they're saying, but the way they said it is crazy.
Change her
I'm with
damn
you
locks.
on that.
That's what she got to do.
Why? I
She
used to
took the key
pick
back.
locks as a teenager. On that dust, used to pick them up.
Oh my gosh.
I'll get in. The floor ain't that high. Fire escapes, windows.
Absolutely.
People
my
don't really
gosh.
secure their
Absolutely.
homes in America, B.
Don't
Boy,
answer my
times
phone.
have changed.
If I gotta call you 4 or 5 times in a row, I'm coming over.
What if
I'm
you're
coming.
sleeping?
Answer when I pick up, then text me as soon as you wake up and say, "Oh, I was sleeping."
And just for y'all, just so y'all know, CG will back this up. He's in the chat right now. New York dudes and girls are just built different. All right. So New York is its own separate country. New York, New Jersey. So they're just, it's a totally different world out there. So things that would be normal outside in the other states in the United States, Divine Feminine is in there. She's going to tell you too. It's just, people are different. So this is probably normal, regular New York behavior. So I get it.
Yeah. Show some humility, some something.
And I'm still popping up because dude might have just left and still be over there. And you giving me the.
It's
I just
wild,
woke up.
man.
Yeah, but they're not even together.
So So?
He said so.
What that mean?
What can she pop up on you?
She can. Luckily for me, I live a little ways away,
That's a
so
long
she would have to
pop-up
really
drive.
feel like driving to catch me. And my
'Cause
house
nothing
got
for
mad
nothing.
exits and hiding spots. She'll never find
You
me in
got a
my
little
house.
glitter on your face right now. Nothing for nothing.
Listen, Budden is Tahiri is always Budden.
Yeah, I answer.
We know that. The
You
stain of
do.
Budden is all over.
She's
Tahiri.
talking. She said you got that strip club glitter on you. All right, hey Joe, we're glad that you and Sade are good now. You've matured. You've moved past that. But guys, man, hey, don't be doing crazy stuff and crashing out over girls like this. If she's out there, just let it happen. Let her go, girls. Don't let guys sneak into your house and crawl into your bed. Oh man, y'all are wild out here, man. Is this what we're doing? It's crazy. Let me see what y'all are saying in the comments, man. Thank y'all again for showing love in the chat. This whole situation is wild. Hey, I tell y'all and I stand on it. When it comes to the industry, I'm 95% out, man. I'm good on the industry folks. I'm going to play the game that I need to play to get as successful as I can on my own with my own team, and that industry stuff. I'm good on it, man. I'm good on it. CG Beats said New York. CG said New York City girls are like hyenas. God damn. Divine Feminine said, if your man doesn't go psycho on you, does he really love you? See, that's it. That's that New York right there. It's just different, y'all. All right. It's a different world out there. Okay. Lanisha Houston's in the building. Shout out to Lanisha. She said, nah, that's everywhere behavior nowadays. Are you serious? Y'all can keep that. I'm so glad I'm married. Woo. Cause it's wild out in these streets. Javier LaFleur said, New York girls aggressive as hell. Word to your mother, B. My guy Freezy says control issues have to be worked out. And you can see, okay, Sade, shout out to you. That's dope that you're standing by your man. Are y'all married, by the way? I don't know. Is that your man? Anyway, you're standing by your man, but Freezy is 100% right. Joe Budden on his podcast shows no ounce of control, emotional control, physical control at all. And if you want me to believe he's like this all this time when they're recording and it doesn't translate, when we've heard stories like this from him in the past, we've seen how he's been around and with other people. I'm with Freezy on this one, man. Hey, I get it's entertaining, but those control issues, you gotta be mature, Joe. You're an old man, probably old enough to be a grandpa. Just chill out. Chill out. Divine Feminine said, that's how we show love. Sneaking under the bed. Lanisha Houston said, why he's screaming? He was hiding under the bed. He said, ah. Oh, man. Snapper Slapper said, if the toilet seat is up and ESPN comes on when you're there, walk away. Oh. Snapper Slapper, that is very specific, my friend. It sounds, I hope you're not speaking from experience. God dang. Oh, that hurt, man. That hurt my feelings. Oof. Shout out to Mitch Chick Samantha is in here. Shout out to you. Appreciate you stopping by. She said, if dude goes psycho on me, it's not going to be a good thing. Straight up done. Get him up out of there because you know what's coming next. And actually, I think, I need to go back in the chat because y'all were saying some stuff earlier too. Amy Lee says, the issue with the apology for me is that he waited until the video was out and he waited to do quality control and he is apologizing because he's truly sorry or sorry he got caught. Well, Amy, he did write a $30 million check. Okay, so I get what you're saying, but when it comes to the public, I mean, the damage, it was pretty much done. And this, we all knew there were other lawsuits coming out of this. So he wrote a $30 million check. We have no idea what was said in that meeting. So I get what you're saying, but at the same time, $30 million apology. I think most would be cool with that. Divine Feminine said, my question is, why is Amber Heard didn't get the backlash Diddy's getting for the same domestic violence? Oh, right. She's a woman. Divine Feminine gets it. Divine Feminine. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about Meg Thee Stallion. I've had smoke for Meg Thee Stallion since before Tory went to prison, when Tory went to prison, after Tory went to prison, leading up to Tory going to prison. And now there's video resurfacing of her laughing about and joking about beating up on a dude. You got Amber Heard. You got Cardi B. You got Meg Thee Stallion. It's sad that it is this way, but there's double standards and everything. I get it. If we're going to be real, a girl beating up on a guy isn't the same as a guy beating up on a girl in most cases. But does that make it right? No, absolutely not. It's an unfortunate double standard. And I say to the guys in this instance, I'll just be careful. We'll talk about it tomorrow though. Amy says he apologizes without directly acknowledging Cassie's name. He also doesn't take accountability that he lied about it years ago and he didn't apologize for lying to us all those years ago, etc. Again, I just keep thinking 30 mil. What else is he going to say? He wrote a check. He apologized. I don't think there's any more that he can do at this point. And also, he legally is not allowed to say Cassie's name. So that's an issue there too. Divine Feminine says, again, back then it wasn't an issue. Everybody knows what's going on. Now they want to act offended. Crazy. Amber Heard. Ugh. Snapper Slapper said, in the words of the great Randy Moss, straight cash, homie. Mixed chick. There she is. Mixed Chick Samantha says Tahiri spoke to his face on Love and Hip Hop. She was on Marriage Boot Camp, and I don't know who that is. And Vado yanked her up. She did refuse to file charges, though. Look it up. Okay, I'll definitely have to look it up. Amy Lee says, is Kanye's song Gold Digger about these women? Yeah. Lanisha Houston says, unfortunately, a lot of men are like that. Speaking about Joe Budden, that's wild to me. That is wild to me. Snappa Slappa said, I went on Henry's stream the other night for the first time. Shout out to Henry Resilient. Yeah, y'all go check him out. Lanisha said, that's just weird. What Drummond said, that's some hide and seek ish. Oh man. Javier LaFleur said, I'm back. Damn, I missed a lot. CG Beats, he's out there in New York. He said, MFers are retarded out here. Yeah. New York is wild. Are we allowed to say retarded anymore? It's okay. We're not, as y'all know, we are not PC on this channel. We can't be canceled. We can say retarded. It's fine. Amy Lee says, I carry, so please don't hide. You might get pow pow, especially under the bed. I mean, can you imagine? Yeah. Don't do that. Don't do that here either. Unless you just want to find out. It's fine. Snappa Slappa says, I had a dude hide in my bushes and was calling the chick. She said, we can clearly see you. I told homie to come in. Gah. Hurts my heart. Hey. It was worth it. It was worth it, Snappa. At least you found out sooner rather than later, right? Free Freeze in the building. He said, ClassE sup, yo Jamal Mashburn looking at. Divine Feminine says, I don't know why he gives me Bronx vibes though. You might be right. Oh, she said, not the toilet seat. Yeah. And then Divine Feminine says, what more apologies do you want? I gladly take that 30 mil apology. That needs to be another poll I got to put on the channel too. Would y'all go through 10 years of abuse for 30 million? And it's not constant abuse that we know of. You know, every now and then you have some weird situations. You have to deal with somebody who's temperamental, but you get a billionaire lifestyle. You still get to work on the things that you like. Your family gets taken care of.
Hey, yo.
Man, that's $3 million a year. I don't know. Again, I have to say this every time. What Diddy did was wrong. We're just having a conversation. All right, y'all relax. I know the comments on this video. Oh, man. You're victim blaming. She didn't have a choice. All right, y'all chill, okay? Just relax. Free said that Hollywood Yoda different ninjas throwing vases in the hotel, then drop in the 30 mil, not including getting footage and incidentals. Mm-hmm. Lanisha said, I wish I could get 30 million apology. Okay. Mixed Chick Samantha says Tahiri throwing that apple at Vado head was crazy. I want to see this. I might have to play it tomorrow when we do our hot takes segment tomorrow. Lanisha said, hell nah, 10 years? I'd be in jail. Lanisha said she's not putting up with it. It's understandable. Divine Feminine says, write me the check. Shit, life abuses us every day. Okay. Oh, Snappa Slappa, you gotta stop, man. Snappa Slappa says, I did it for free. Hey, on a serious note, y'all, you do not. I know how it might feel. I know how it might seem. You do not have to be in situations like this. There's help out there. And as we've seen, even with ClassE's case, there are people around you that if you decide to move forward, if you decide to do the right thing, you decide to stand up for yourself, they will stand up for you. Rely on those people. Remove all those other people, all that weight that is out there telling you that you have to stay in this type of situation. You don't have to do that. All right. And there's people like a lot of the people in this community who have been through it and know and understand and can help you through something like that. All right. So there's a ton of resources out there. There's no excuses. We need to get rid of the folks who act and behave and think like Diddy. And it's gonna take the victims, man. It's gonna take y'all. It's gonna take the people around you to continue to have not only the conversation, but to have the strength and the will to do the right thing. All right. So y'all do the right thing. Do it for yourself. Because at the end of the day, nobody else is gonna do it for you. Miss Chick Samantha says, nah, I don't abuse. I don't do abuse. I had a dude say he was going to pull up to my crib. I said, I dare you, but bet you won't leave my crib. Bet you won't leave my crib breathing. Don't do it. Yeah. Have the police around the corner. That's crazy. Free says, sounds like someone might like the freak offs. Uh-oh.
Hey, yo.
I mean, oh no, I'm not gonna. Nope, I'm not gonna have that conversation. Young Step is in here. He said, "ClassE, do you think we get music reviews today? Also, what up, gang? Shout out to Snapper." No. So I'm gonna restructure things, y'all, because we're really starting to get into the music news and the music conversations. I know I've got some more things I want to discuss with y'all about what's going on with Spotify. There's been a alleged lawsuit, some things that are going on in the actual music industry y'all need to be aware of. So I'm really enjoying and loving the conversations we're having here, but I still want to be able to do the music reviews. So I'm going to spend the next couple weeks restructuring a couple of things, restructuring my schedule specifically so we can have more dedicated music review mixing and mastering time. So that's a great question, Steppa, and just look out for more information on that in the next coming weeks. All right, I got y'all. He said you just called me Snappa. Yeah, my bad. I apologize. Divine Feminine says, and what Cassie or Joe Budden are doing for domestic violence victims. Yeah, I wonder if Cassie's gonna write a check. I don't know. I hope she's at least taking care of the people who were around her and supporting her while she was going through this. Like, like Tiffany Red. Free says, Bunny Hops ClassE. Oh, hell no. I'm good. Free, you might not have heard it because I know you came to the show a little bit later, but I'm good on the industry, man. There was a point recently to where I was like, oh, okay, maybe, if I get into a situation to where I make a record label and I have some artists that I'm working with and a Sony or a UMG wants to come in and have us be under their, nope, I'm out. I'm done. I'm good. I'm good on it. I can't. The music industry is just an absolute mess and I don't see it getting any better. I mean, there's so much gatekeeping. There are so many individuals who have a lot of power with everything that goes on within the industry. So I'll make it work. I'll do it on my own, support the artists I want us to support and actually get individuals I know and trust and have the integrity that I want to do business with to make those things happen. I'm out, man. I'm good on the industry. I'm fine. And as y'all have seen on this channel, not only on the Song of the Night Live, but on the Music Morning Show, there's so many dope artists out there that are ready to take that next step that you really, if you can find artists that not only are talented, but know and understand the business side of things and are willing to put in the work, you don't need any of that. It's 2024. We have so many tools at our disposal. Yeah. The industry, it's good, man. Tisha Tells just had a Tiffany Red on her channel. It's a great interview. I'll have to check it out. I was considering getting Tiffany on here too. Y'all think I should reach out to Tiffany and see if she wants to come on the channel? Divine Feminine says freedom is priceless. Yeah. CG Beats said, yeah, I'm with you on that one, ClassE. Especially if you can build a solid team around you. The blessing for me is I have so many family members around me that I just know who they are as people. And I've known them since before they were born as people, right? And that's going to be a benefit for me when it comes to moving things forward, because I can just have them be a part of what I'm doing here. They already are a part of what I'm doing here. So that's a blessing for me for sure. And if y'all can find people like that to have around you, you don't need to go that industry route. Yeah, I'm good on that. I'm good on it. Free said no bunny hops. No bunny hops, man. Good Lord. All right, y'all. I think we're going to go ahead and end it there. Again, shout out to everybody who's in here and showed love. Big shout out to my dog Freezy. Dropped the 20 bomb. He is the sponsor of today's show. Also, I've got another video dropping this afternoon, sometime around probably 7:45 in the evening while y'all are chilling, getting ready for bed. So make sure you check that out. If you haven't subscribed yet and you're new, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any time we go live. We'll be dropping videos throughout the next few days for your Memorial Day weekend. Is it Memorial Day? I don't know. I can't keep up with the holidays, y'all. I know birthdays, and that's pretty much it. So we'll be dropping videos as well for y'all tomorrow and over the weekend. And as y'all know, we'll be back tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern. Well, we should be back tomorrow. We might not have a morning show tomorrow. I'll keep y'all posted on that, but we will definitely be here for the Song of the Night live. All right. Y'all have a great rest of your afternoon. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Don't be like Joe Budden, man. Just relax. Take it easy. Don't be hiding under people's beds. And y'all keep growing. Keep pushing. Keep it classy. We call. Peace. That dude is wild, man.
Supposed to love you, I see no one else above you. Treat you like you make me lucky. You must be meant for me, cause leaving me comes with an exit fee. Your love's like ecstasy, I love when you're next to me. Are you just testing me, or you my ex to be? Or we just wait and see, don't be the next to leave. Wait and breathe, stay with me, please don't label me. Is this what stable means? Spiritually, physically, emotionally, this is how it's supposed to be. I like you this close to me, heart to heart, chest to chest, I wanna feel your best. On and on, I wanna be your rest. When the bullets fly, I wanna be your vest. Just let me love you, let me see your face. Just let me tempt you, love the way you taste. I grab you closer when I grip your waist. This love will never, ever, ever go away.
I caught you at the right time, right place, right energy.